Hey everyone, this is Tim from YourSixGaming. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to change the frames per second FPS and also the resolution for your canvas or your recordings and streams on OBS. So we can look at my display and we can see what I'm displaying right now. And it's at 1920 by 1080 for my primary monitor, and my secondary monitor is also 1920 by 1080. So if we don't have a 4K monitor, there's no point in having a base canvas and recording at 4K. So my maximum is 1920 by 1080. So we want to go up to File and go down to Settings. And we want to go to where it says Output. And we can look at the streaming bitrate. So my bitrate is located right here. And this is pretty much just going to be the overall quality. If you have a very low bitrate but a high resolution, well, you still will have poor quality for an image. So typically the bitrate, if I go back to what I have up here for YouTube's recommendations, is if you're going to be at, let's see, 4K at 60 frames per second, you want a bitrate around 35 megabits per second right here. So if I'm at 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is a good recording, you want around 12 megabits per second, and that's just the recommended right here. So these are just pretty much suggestions, and we can go back, and you can see mine is set to 7,000. This is because my internet isn't the best. So if you have poor internet and you're trying to do streaming, well, you might want to go ahead and just lower that. Then we have recording. So you can use the same as the stream for the recording quality. Otherwise, you can go to like balance or quality for like a recording quality. And it's going to make your video look better, but you're going to have larger file sizes. So you might want to think about that. I just set it to the same as the bitrate. And we also want to go to video. And here's the base canvas. So this is going to be your work area. So you can have a base canvas of 1920 by 1080, and then you could output to a different resolution. So if you want to output to 4K, you could, or you could downgrade it to 720 when you actually stream. So it doesn't have to be the same as your output. So this is your working station. So let's say I have a 4K monitor, and then I want to stream at 1080 by 1920 or whatever. So my base canvas could be 4K. My output could be 1080. So you just change it right here. And then you have the common FPS values. You can change this to whatever you want. I suggest 60 frames per second is probably best. Unless you have really, really, really bad internet, you can drop it down to like 30 frames per second. So just change it all under here. And depending on what kind of quality you want, change the bit rate for your video recordings. And also take in consideration your streaming internet connection. If it's lagging while you're playing a game, your bit rate's probably too high. The resolution you're trying to stream at is probably too high. So just change that up and see which one works for you. But hopefully this video did indeed help you out. If it did, leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe my channel down below for more tech out videos coming up next on Your Six Studios.